Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judge Mo. Welcome to another stream where we talk about the Premier League. Believe it or not, we talk about the Premier League. Arsenal, listen, after the reactions and everything, I've watched a lot of clips from AFTV, from Troops, from all the Arsenal fans, from Dan Potts and everything. And a lot of people are just turning on Mikel Arteta and the players, which is something I would not have expected to happen today on December. We're still not even in Christmas time. We're still not even in the New Year yet. Manchester United, Manchester City. Is this a lifeline for Manchester City? Or Manchester United just put the last dagger in the Manchester City's title hopes or whatever? Even though I actually think after yesterday, we have to speak about the title race and the title hopes and who's in the title, who's not in the title, and all this talk about it's wide open title race. As Saeed said in one of his videos that he released yesterday, that he said that the title is wide open. But also we need to look at Chelsea, and Chelsea should capitalize on the situation and put a separation, because we look at the table and Chelsea are 1 point. They can be 4 points above Arsenal, which is something that I never thought that they would be thinking about today. But also, I was asked yesterday with Hussam, are Chelsea in a title race? Well, it depends how you define the title race. Again, but Chelsea can be today, by the end of today, only 2 points behind Liverpool. By definition, mathematically, you think that is a title race, of course. But listen, before we go on and enjoy the show, and also this show is between me and you, so I want to know your opinions. I'm going to try to put up your comments. Of course, I'm going to, if it's a super chat, it's going to go to, but I'm going to try to actually check your comments, as HM here is saying only Liverpool and Arsenal are in a title race. Maybe, my friend, maybe that's because you're a Chelsea fan, that is your opinion. Hit the like. Number one, we have over 150 people here, and I need the like button to go up. Let's get to 100 likes first, and then we'll talk about it. Good morning, US people. To be honest with you, I wasn't going to wake up, but I wanted to wake up, and I was talking to Hussam yesterday, and he's like, what are you going to do tomorrow? And I'm like, I really need to sit down and have a conversation with the people about Arsenal, about Chelsea, about Liverpool, what Liverpool did yesterday as well, and how they fought for the game, but also the disappointing result at the end. Sorry, I'm still drinking my coffee. I woke up, I took a shower, brushed my teeth, and did everything, and I still haven't had any food yet, so. But if we look at this table now, and again, we're going to start by saying small things, and then we're going to build the conversation based on your comments, which is what we do. But listen, if you're watching this now, guys, hit that like button. 100 likes minimum. Almost 200 people. 100 like minimum. Come on now. Hit that like button. Let's get the likes to 100 at least. And then we'll take it from there. First comment. First super chat. Thank you so much. Palmer, gonna take that league, bro. Amaritania, if you are thinking that Chelsea are gonna win the league, I am not ruling out Chelsea winning the league. However, I think it will be absolutely a massive surprise if Chelsea win the league this season. The reason why is that Liverpool are still ahead of them. Chelsea have no experience, and I said that. However, if the opportunity presented itself, never say never. And I'm being serious. Never say never for Chelsea. Sorry, apologies. Apologies, my friend. Apologies. I apologize for this. I didn't know that you're a Liverpool fan. And you have to understand that sometimes I get things wrong. Maybe have a red in your thing, whatever. So, but I wanted first to, where should we start? Is it Chelsea? Is it Arsenal? Where should we start? But Ameritania, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you for the support. Waking up and doing this and having your support is magnificent as well. I want to start with Liverpool a little bit about yesterday's game. And before I go on to Chelsea, I'm not going to spend hours because I know that a lot of you guys will going to watch the watch-alongs for Saeed and LB and all these magnificent people that do watch-alongs for the Manchester Derby, even though there is more than an hour and 20 minutes for the Manchester Derby. We need to get to 200 likes. We have over 230 people here. I wanted to speak a little bit about Liverpool game, the thoughts quickly. I thought Arne Slot proved to everyone yesterday. Yeah, you're watching Brighton. I need to turn on Brighton right now, to be honest with you. Yesterday was a great performance by Liverpool, but a shit result at the end. But, however, did Liverpool yesterday deserve the 3 points? No, they didn't. They didn't deserve the 3 points. If it went Fulham's way, I would not have said the best team won on the last team. I know Liverpool created a lot, some chances and a lot of chances. Are you serious? Palace are up. Palace are up. Palace up. You mad? Palace are up away from home. That's fucking nuts, bro. Fulham wasted so many chances, as you say. 100%. Fulham wasted too many chances. Literally, they wasted too many chances. And I thought they could have won the game, Fulham. Without a shadow of a doubt. They could have won the game, Fulham. But the way that Liverpool approached the game is how I praise, is why I'm praising Liverpool. The way Liverpool approached the game, the bravery of the coach, the performance of some of the players. And I'm going to say this. I was let down by Mohamed Salah yesterday. If I'm Egyptian, and I was let down by Salah yesterday. I thought Salah should have done more in the game. I thought he was selfish a couple of times. I thought he wanted, after the assist, he wanted to get on the score sheet. And if I'm being fair, you know how much I defend Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah, if you're going to criticize people yesterday, you might criticize Robertson, you criticize Trent. And then I think the one after this, forget Kwanzaa, he's a youngster, he came off the bench. Mohamed Salah was a little bit selfish yesterday. We need, by the way, you playing a good game the other day, you're having a great Champions League or a great league, does not mean that you're immune to criticism, that you're immune. And yesterday, it wasn't that he was having a bad game, as my man here is saying. It wasn't that he was having a bad game. I thought he was selfish. I thought he was selfish. A couple of times, he was selfish. He was selfish yesterday, Mohamed Salah. I thought that in some times, he really was looking out to score. But I know it's part of him being Mohamed Salah, that he wants to go to the goal. He wants to be on the score sheet and everything. But this is the game that Mohamed Salah maybe should have dragged the team as well. And everyone in the chat knows my name. I'm just going to tell you something, my friend. If you go to the YouTube, and you check, I have my real name on Twitter, and I'm not shy of this. But that's the real thing. And listen to Luke Skywalker and hit that like button, 250 people. Let's get, guys, how are we not on 250 likes? How are we not on 200 likes? But listen, I know that people say that that we shouldn't criticize Salah. He did a lot of stuff. But yesterday's game, to be honest, is what I think that Mohamed Salah should have done better yesterday. You know what? We're going to have the same energy for all the players. So Mo, I'm not going to have an agenda. What I mean, like, I defend Mohamed Salah all the time. I defend Salah all the time. But if we're going to have an energy for Saka, for Palmer, for this and that, Mohamed Salah is the best player in the league at the current moment. He needed to drag the team and do better yesterday. Liverpool fans, you agree or disagree? You agree or disagree? Don't you think that Mohamed Salah should have done better yesterday? Again, you're doing excuses, which is fine. I hear you. He needed a break and everything. But I thought he should have done a little bit better yesterday. Some of the areas he should have been a little bit more pass the ball here, cross the ball here, instead of trying to dribble and stuff like this. That is my opinion, and I'm not going to change it, to be honest. About yesterday's game. Okay, I hear you, but other players need to step up. I hear that from Liverpool fans, which is something that I'm... But yesterday, Gravenberch played well. I thought Curtis Jones played well. Cody Gakpo scored. I thought Szoboszlai ran his ass off offensively and defensively. Offensively and defensively, Szoboszlai. Gravenberch. I thought actually Gomez. Wallahi, and I'm saying this. Yesterday, I saw Gomez defend and tackle Wilson at the back or intercept and get the ball to Diaz and making a 70-yard sprint and underlap to receive the ball at the end of the pitch on the other side. You don't tell me that this is a player that is giving everything to Liverpool yesterday. Deny that. 3-4, and by the way, 3-4 times in a row where Gomez would run back and cover Van Dijk and do the defensive work and also contribute to the offensive work. That is hard. That is someone who's giving everything to the club. He's giving everything to the team with 10 men. And I'm not saying that Salah didn't do this. What I'm criticizing Salah yesterday is the decision making a little bit. And I hope that you see what I'm talking about. Salah's decision making yesterday was a little bit lacking. A little bit. Could have laid off to Szoboszlai one time, could have passed another time. But also, I'm going to say that Diaz yesterday, inside the 18, if he raised his eyes and saw Salah, it would have been a goal. So both lacked a little bit of decision making yesterday. However, the difference is we hold Salah to this standard and we hold Diaz to this standard. Does that make sense? That is the problem. That is why I criticize. You always criticize Saka more than Martinelli. You always criticize Palmer more than Madueke, more than Sancho, more than Jackson. You always criticize Foden more than Savinho or Doku because we hold these players up here. We hold these players up here. I hope you understand this. It's a very obvious thing. However, now I am seeing what spending, and this is it. But now we are seeing the fruit of spending finally. Oh, yeah. I'm going to talk about Chelsea. I thought you were talking about Liverpool. But you remember, and the Omar, Sean, and all the Liverpool fans in the chat, do you guys remember the stream I did after you signed Chiesa? Do you guys see the stream I did after you signed Chiesa? And I went on a rant, and you guys said, Mo, analyze it in an isolation. We only spent 10 million. And I told you, you will regret it. You will regret only signing Chiesa in the window. Why? Because I'm going to repeat that again. Freaking Darwin Nunez is not, yeah, he had an assist. Imagine if the last games you had someone apart from Darwin Nunez. And also, you look at Jota yesterday, and you realize, well, Liverpool needed someone else because Jota is unreliable. If you have Jota all season, fair enough. Fantastic. Great. But the problem is, you know that Jota will have another injury this season, God forbid. But with the history of Diego Jota, he will have another injury. And that would be a massive problem. Does that make sense? If Jota is fit all season, great. If Jota has the availability of a Kai Havertz, great. You didn't need a striker because Jota can play. Nunes can be the bench. Diaz on the left side with Gakpo, you can change here and there. But the problem is Jota's not fit. So that's why the board needed to see that Darwin Nunez is not fit to the way. Did you see the intricate passes sometimes between Diaz, Gakpo, Salah, and all the stuff? Nunez is not that guy. And it was very obvious in the beginning of the season. Curtis Jones, the 1-2s, when McAllister was suspended, but when McAllister played, this intricate passing, Darwin Nunez does not belong, which is a massive problem for Arne Slot. Because when Darwin Nunez play, he has to change the way he play completely. Like Darwin Nunez has to, everyone around Darwin has to adapt to how he plays football. That is the main problem. Because Jota can pass, Diaz can pass, Gakpo can pass. Darwin Nunez, the way he moves, the way he runs, the way he moves between the lines is not up to the standards of Liverpool. It's not only Darwin Nunez might work in a team that play counter-attacking football good to go, transition-based football. He runs behind, you give him a couple of chances, 3 chances, he scores 1. Fantastic, cause havoc and blah, 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 blah. Fantastic. But the problem is, and I'm going to repeat this again. The way Arne Slot sometimes plays these passes, these small passes and the 1-2s and the underlaps and all this work, he doesn't suit that because he doesn't know. He's not, his brain does not function like this, which is ridiculous. It doesn't he doesn't see the movement before it happens like the rest of them. He doesn't. And that's a freaking big problem for Arne Slot. This is why I am saying that he should have seen something else and they should have signed someone else. And I'm sorry, with all due respect, I know that FSG don't work like this. There are other cheap options in the market that they could have signed. It doesn't have to be a 70 or an 80 million pound player. People scout others. You could have scouted the Marmouches. By the way, Inter signed Thuram from Mönchengladbach for free. There are other people around in the market that FSG could have signed. It doesn't have to be I think this is one of the things that we fall a victim of all the time. We talk about the transfers. We always think about the 70s. Like even Arsenal, they think about the 70s and the 18 million, blah, blah, blah. There are other players to sign in the market that are not that expensive that you can get maybe embedded with the team. And it doesn't have to be freaking Chiesa. There are other players. It's all about the scouting. It's all about who you scout. It's freaking nuts sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, oh, but FSG don't spend like this. Oh, great. The FSG don't spend like this. What about scouting? What about the scouting network? What about the system that you do outside? Like everyone is like, oh, about FSG. Sam always, oh, FSG. Yeah, forget FSG. There are other players in the world that are not worth 80 million pounds. You didn't get Gravenberch for 80 million pounds, did you? And that is my point about this. Where are the scouting systems that work? Like you can get players that are, it doesn't have to be, and speaking I thought, to be honest with you guys, and I'm going to end on this on Liverpool, I thought that Chiesa signing was so lazy from the Liverpool side. It's so lazy. A name that played in the Euros for Liverpool, for Italy, played for Juventus before. Oh, yeah, Juventus want to get rid of him. Go, give them 10 million and sign the guy. That's so lazy, bro. It's lazy business. Forget the price. Oh, it's a great business. It's lazy business. You went for the name that is known around in Italy. That is so, and it's not Arne Slot, of course. It's so lazy, bro. It's so lazy, to be honest, by Liverpool Football Club. Like, I get it. FSG don't spend. What about the rest of the employees at Liverpool Football Club? Why didn't FSG have the freaking scouting system to go maybe get a 20 million pound player, a 30 million pound player in the summer, maybe less? It doesn't have to be Chiesa, an obvious stupid name that has been injured for a while. It's fucking crazy. Like I'm thinking about this and I'm like, I get mad because I see Mohamed Salah playing and I see the work that Arne Slot is doing and I'm like, this could have been better if just they did the good scouting system. Like forget, no, you are FSG out because you don't spend. And I'm not, okay, you're wrong. You're wrong. And I'm going to tell you why. This is not why FSG out. You're FSG out because they don't spend money. But they did a massive job and a great job in scouting. And let me tell you why you're wrong. Yes or no in the chat. Everyone, Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans, everyone. Did they or did they not do a fantastic scouting job to get Arne Slot at the club? Yes or no? I'm waiting. Yes or no? A great job in scouting Arne Slot to be the guy that comes in and lead this team to where they are now. Yes or no? Tell me. You tell me yes or no. Like this Arne Slot signing, they could have went for the obvious ones. They could have went for the obvious ones. Clearly, right? Fantastic job, right? So I'm not saying, and by the way, Arne Slot is not like, oh, he's not a 50 million pound a year manager, right? He doesn't get that much. So he's someone who coached Feyenoord, led them to a league title. He knew the style of play. They got him. They got him at the club, lead the team, blah, blah, blah. Look where you are now. Look where they are now. Benny, I'm gonna talk about this in a minute. So look where they are. What I'm saying is that what people don't understand about Liverpool is that every time you guys say FSG out, I understand it and I'm with you because they don't back the team, they don't do the work and all the shit, right? But there is other job, the scouting work. Where is the scouting work? Why don't you scout players? Why don't you scout players? What about, it doesn't have to be that much money. Okay, yes. Okay, so the lack of investment, I understand, Sean. But what is, Sam said a comment as well. Sam put out a comment. But the problem is, there are other work. That was lazy. Chiesa was so lazy, bro. Was so lazy. Was very, very lazy. So that is my point with Liverpool. Imagine if Liverpool went and scouted someone. Imagine if instead of Inter from Mönchengladbach, they scouted Thuram. They got Thuram last season. He spent a year with, it's free sign. He makes 6 million euros at Inter, bro. But Inter were able. But sometimes I think that clubs just lack the brains and lack the willingness to go and do the simple scouting work. Simple scouting work. But listen, we spent 23 minutes, yeah. Luke, guys, we have over 300 people here. Let's get the likes up. Hit the like button, people. Come on. 200 likes minimum. So we get, you see, if you hit the like button, we'll get more people watching. My guy here, Jai Krishnan. If Jota came on earlier, Salah would pass more. Maybe. But Jota, you cannot fool Jota. Jota's injured. He's coming back from injury. Yes or no? He's coming back from an injury. He's coming back from an injury. You know what I mean? Like, Jota was coming back from an injury. So you can't fault them for this. When Liverpool come for players, prices will be inflated. There are other things to do. There are free agents. There are scouting. And also there are scouting that, but that's not right. Because the likes of Julian Alvarez were so cheap from South America. There are, Lautaro Martinez was cheap. Thuram was free. There are players you scout that they don't have to be that expensive. You're not going to do a Newcastle and go and sign Tonali that plays the Italian national team. So you're wrong. I disagree with you. Hamid, thank you so much, Hamid. Habibi, Darwin's biggest problem, he has no football IQ. There is nothing he can do about it. I have a feeling this team will come short of achieving major things if they don't invest, if they don't get Arne Slot, the right people. So, annoying. If they don't get Arne Slot, the right people, to be honest with you, if they don't get Arne Slot, the right people, yes, they will fall short. But also, Darwin Nunez' problem is not only the football IQ thing. It is not only the football IQ thing. Darwin Nunez has another problem, my friend. Has another problem. Darwin Nunez lack basic abilities in passing and shooting sometimes. And it's not decision. What I mean by this is that he lacks ability to find the right pass, and not IQ, the right weight of a pass. That is just technical ability. Technical ability is when do you put the right pass? And how much weight do you put behind the pass? That comes, like for me, for example, since I was 17 or 18 or even less than this, right? 17, 18, khalas, you develop it a talent. You have it, like you play. That's why some players can play long ball, some players can play diagonal ball. It's the way you hit the ball, the weight you put behind the ball, the same for shooting. Some players just can't shoot, defenders, because they don't have that talent. You can practice and practice and practice. But that comes with talent as well. You have to be able to put the right weight behind the pass. I think Mudryk has a problem with this as well. And Darwin Nunez has a massive problem. The natural talent of, let me give you an example. Salah, when he puts a pass or a cross, he puts the right weight on the cross to the far post. That's talent. You can develop the angles. You can develop when to hit it, how to hit it. Maybe, but if you don't have that talent, it is very hard to coach at the age of 25. I'm going to give you an example. Cole Palmer, I think the game where he put the long pass from his feet, from his half all the way, the weight of that pass could have been more, could have been less, and that will affect how the opposition, right? How the opposition will receive the ball, how your teammates, sorry, will receive the ball. But that is the reality. So what is going on with the Rashford thing? And I wanted to speak about Chelsea and Arsenal a little bit. I wanted to hear a couple of videos and see if you guys can hear them. So what happened? What is the lineup? Is the lineup confirmed? So Ahmad Mason Mount. Why would he bench Kobe Mainoo? Oh my God, he's benching Kobe Mainoo. So he's relying. He literally went with exactly Maguire, De Ligt, Lisandro, Dalot. The only change that I would have done is I put Bruno behind Højlund, and I would have Mason Mount off, and I put Kobe Mainoo. Oh my God. What is this City lineup, bro? Oh my God, the City lineup is crazy. Let's look at the lineup together. Oh my God, the lineup is crazy. What the F, bro? Roski. The lineup. Let's look at the lineup. Yeah, let's look at the lineup. Let's look at the lineup. Oh my God, this lineup for City, it's Kevin De Bruyne, Hoy's going. This lineup is kind of strange a little bit, because unless Nunez is going to play a little bit right back or something like this, like this is definitely not going to look like this on the pitch. 100% is not going to look like this. It is definitely not going to look like this on the pitch. Let me just go up. Lineup. Yeah, this is a little bit better. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Yeah, maybe. It's not that bad of a lineup, to be honest, for City, but I think that midfield gets bypassed so easily, though. I guess that gets bypassed so easily. Am I wrong? What do you guys think? I think that gets bypassed so easily. To be honest with you, it's not good. That is not good, to be honest with you. Like, I like it, but also at the same time, listen. This is kind of a crazy thing. Pep doesn't rate Man United, Mo. He doesn't. Apparently, he doesn't, HM. He doesn't rate Man United at all. At all. Yes, you're absolutely right. Mickey say, Mo, do you believe there is a common thing for Premier League clubs who not invest in 23-plus players? Instead, they go for signing 14 to 16 years old talents. Modern thinking. Yes, but there is a massive problem. Actually, there's a massive problem with that you lack experience and you don't win now. But also, Liverpool invested in I think Salah. Van Dijk was older. I think Alisson was a little bit over 24 at that time when they signed him, or something like this, if I can remember correctly. We will see. We will see the Man City lineup. We will see what is going on. Amorim has a plan, bro. Amorim has a plan. But I wanted to watch a couple of things, guys. I wanted to watch a couple of things with you. Guys, I wanted to talk about a little bit about, let's watch a couple of things and then see what we do. Yeah? Come on. Let's see. I hope that you can hear this, by the way. Hopefully you can hear this. Let's see. Hopefully you can hear this with me.
This absolute dog shit, bro. This terroristic football, blood. Do you understand? From Wenger ball to fucking 9/11 ball, yeah? No disrespect, blood, yeah? But that is what it is, bro, yeah? That is what it is, blood. Shoe bombers, Saddam, Bin Laden, the whole fucking lot of them, blood. Yeah, they're all in this fucking stadium right here, mate. Yeah, this absolute dog shit.
Oh yeah, they are turning on Arteta. They are turning on Arteta. To be honest with you, like they are turning. Let me play you another one. This is, by the way, this is different. Like this is completely different. Come on, watch this. Watch this as well. It's crazy, actually. It's crazy. Watch.
Odegaard was having an absolute.
He wasn't the only one, Robbie, who was having a stinker. I'm a massive Kai Havertz fan. Stinker. Absolutely rotten today. What did he do? I think pulled out of a tackle at the end there when he could have won that. Martinelli, another one of performance there. Timber today, absolutely woeful. You know what I mean? Everybody's slagging. I hope they come at this slagging off Martinelli because he's that much offside last week. I've seen Saka, I've seen Martinelli, I've seen Timber, I've seen them fucking all offside today. Because I'm sitting there and I'm seeing this week in, week out, and and what I've got players, I don't want cheerleaders. I want to see players doing it right properly. I see Odegaard waving at. I've had enough of that, and the manager doing it. Get it right.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I just have to say about Arsenal yesterday, what a shit performance, to be honest, by Arsenal yesterday. What a performance by Arsenal yesterday. Shit performance. If you guys are watching, I'm sorry with all the Arsenal. If Liverpool are not worried because Arsenal are not doing well, by the way. You know what? Wallahi, I'm going to tell you guys something. You know, if you watched Hossam's match reaction yesterday, maybe it's time to go, Luke. Maybe it's time to go. I think Gunnar Lee said it's time to go. You know, if you watched Hossam's reaction yesterday, you watch him, he was calm and composed. You watch the majority of the Liverpool fans talk. We'll see about this. We'll see. I don't think he got the team right, but it depends who's on the pitch where, my man. But listen, if you watched Hossam yesterday, you really think that, why is he so calm? Because he knew the result of Arsenal. And he's looking at Chelsea and he's like, maybe Chelsea are there, but he's not that worried. Like, he's not as worried about Chelsea as much as, let me tell you, if Arsenal were in Chelsea's position at the current moment, Liverpool fans would be worried about the Newcastle result and the yesterday's result way more than now. Does that make sense? Like, because Arsenal and Man City are not doing well, this is why Liverpool fans aren't, as Sean says, are not losing their head. The majority of the Liverpool fans are not losing their head. Are not. Why? Because they expected Arsenal and City. We know, even when Liverpool were top in the beginning, and let me tell you that about the rest of them. I'm just gonna Liverpool expected if we drop points, oh my God, Arsenal will be Arsenal right behind us. Man City will recover. They're gonna go on a run. Arsenal would have won like 4 or 5 games on the bounce. But because they drop points, Liverpool, and in the same week, Arsenal drop points against Fulham and Everton. Liverpool are like, well, we're dropping points, but these bums behind us are dropping points as well. They are giving us that chance. They're giving us a cushion. Arsenal are giving them a cushion. Man City, 1 win in 10. So they are giving them a cushion. So Liverpool are only looking behind, and who they are seeing? They're seeing freaking Chelsea. And if they are seeing Chelsea at the current moment, they are like, well, will Chelsea go on a run, though? Will Chelsea go on a run? That is what they ask. It's Arsenal at the current moment. And I'm not going to go back to Liverpool. Arsenal at the current moment, if you look at them, and guys, this stream needs to be to 200 likes. 200 likes. Hit that like button, guys. 200. We have 360 people here. 200 likes minimum. Are we mad? Are you joking? It's exactly Sean. All Arsenal fans said Liverpool will be a blip, which is the twice, and they didn't capitalize. It's exactly this. Gerard is saying, Mo, did you see the decision that went against Liverpool? Sky Sports and Match of the Day, they refused to show them. Yes. I tried to find a video for the Gomez thing and I couldn't. But I wanted to speak about, like, I'm not watching the game. I woke up and I'm not watching the game because I scheduled the show yesterday. I'm going to watch the other games as well. I'm not actually watching the game. What is the score though? It's 2-0. Crystal Palace are winning. So, but by the way, for Arsenal fans, and I kind of looked at some of the videos that were played yesterday, right? And I have to say that I watched a little bit of what the Arsenal fans said. I don't know what Arsenal fans are saying. I don't know. Are you backing the manager? Do you want them? Some of them said sack the manager today to save the season now. And I don't think they should. Like I titled the video, Arsenal must trust Arteta, right? The reason why I said that, because if you sack the manager now, the season might go into way more shit. I believe that the season might get even worse. And I want to, guys, yes or no, do you think if Arsenal sacked Arteta today and get a new manager today, whoever the manager is, like they did a Man United job and got an Amarim, does the season get better though? I want you guys to tell me, does the season get better? Here you go. Here you go. I'm going to show you. Wallahi, I'm going to show you what Robbie said. I'm going to show you. Let's see what Robbie said. Seriously. Let's see what Robbie said, okay? Let's see. Here we go.
So I could then turn around and say, let's go and try and get Nico Williams again. For a striker, let's go and get Vlahovic. Let's try and go and get let's try and get what's his name? Not there's a Lookman you could bring in. Gokaret. Sorry, I slipped the name. I can name names, but if you just stand up here and say, yeah, sack him, and then what are you going to bring in? Sean Dyche? Give me a clue. Give me a little inkling of who you're thinking then that will come in and do better, and we'll move it on, right? Because at the moment, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, I'm not sure who that person would be. So
you're happy with him, though, yeah?
Also, I'm not completely happy, but what I am happy with is that
I actually wanted to tell you guys something about this. I have to say something about this particular video, that the fact that AFTV, and Robbie was asked, and hear this out because this is very important. Very important. Robbie, once you see AFTV and Robbie is saying, I'm not quite happy with him, that is a change of tone, isn't it? That is a change of tone. You've never seen AFTV lately turn and start saying we're not happy. They will always be behind the manager and backing the manager. You've never seen AFTV people say we are not behind our manager. That is a change of tone. That is the first crack. Does that make sense? That is the first crack of the relation between the manager and because these are match-going fans. All these people are around Robbie, Troops, and all these guys, and Lee and Dan Potts. These are match-going fans. And by the way, there's a video circulating around for Arsenal fans in the final whistle booing the team. That is the first crack, by the way. That is the first crack. You've never seen AFTV and Robbie and the rest of them start doubting their manager because it was always Arteta's going to get it right. It was always Arteta's the right man. Now he's asking who's out there that is better than him. They aren't saying that Arteta's the right man. They're saying, so what he is saying is that if there is another manager out there that will give me what I want, yeah, I'm all right with him. Yeah, I saw the video. Full time. Fans were booing. I saw the video. It's recorded from the stadium. Nobody tells me. And it was loud. It was loud. There are, and by the way, this thing that there are no other manager that will do better than Arteta, you never know. You never know. Did you think Maresca's gonna come in and do wonder? Did you see Arne Slot? Oh, nobody's gonna do better than Jurgen Klopp with this team. Arne Slot is doing better than Jurgen Klopp. And Arne Slot was not a known name. He was not someone who everyone knew. He was not everywhere on TV. So no one knew. So this, give me a name now. It's not our job. It's your club's job. It is the club's job. It wasn't Liverpool fans' job to go and scout a manager. You know, scout a manager to replace Jurgen Klopp. Like this stupid question that keeps people, give me a name. Give me a name. It's not my job. I don't get paid to go and scout a damn manager. It is your club's job. And it's not Robbie's job. It is no fan's job. Give me a name. How do I give it? Do I watch the Portuguese league? Do I freaking watch every single team in the Eredivisie? I don't. How did freaking Brighton scout this manager that you never heard of? And I'm not saying that that manager should coach Arsenal, but it's relative, isn't it? It is relative. And Arsenal fans need to answer for this. Because every time we talk to someone, they say, what about how is this the manager? Let's give me a name. Who's that? Give me a name. I was like, ooh, who do I know? Why it is my job to give you a name? Why isn't it your club's job? Yeah, I know. Garnacho and Rashford dropped. Guys, I need to get this live to 200. This is 350 people, bro. It's 350 people. Like that is my problem is, and I want all the gooners' opinions. Why are you okay with people asking this stupid question? Give me a name. Who am I, bro? Who am I to give you a name? I'm tired of this. Because you guys complain, are you going to win the league? At least this question, are you going to win the league, is warranted because your manager has been fucking there for a while. It's a fucking while. You want me, an Inter fan, or you want a Liverpool fan, you want a Chelsea fan, to treat Arsenal with standards, and still at the current moment, your manager going against an Everton team that is not even good. Mikalenko and Ashley Young. Mikalenko and Ashley Tarkovsky. And you can't break them down. And you want us to sit here and talk about how good the manager is or how good the manager Arteta took the team. Yes, okay. I said I will take Arteta at my club because he took Arsenal from not being relevant and not being challenging to a team that gets that challenge within 1 point of the league. Yes, great. Fantastic. Great. Okay. And then what? And then fucking Liverpool are fucking top of the Premier League. You know, like, let's look at the freaking table. Liverpool are in 36 points, right? The maximum Liverpool can get is what? It's 45 points. Arsenal in the first half of the season already 2 years ago got 50 points. So Arteta already exceeded what Arne Slot is doing with Liverpool now. Do you know that? You know this. You know that already. Arteta already exceeded what Arne Slot is doing now with Liverpool in the season when he challenged for the league. Already did it. So if he's not doing it, if he's on freaking 30 points now, he's regressed massively. It is bad enough. And I keep the same energy. Regression means you're out unless you have enough credit in the bank. It is so hard for you. And this is it. My guy is saying we trusted Arteta, and for Arsenal fans, it is so hard to accept that we was wrong. No, you weren't wrong. You weren't. I'm just repeating this. You weren't wrong. You were not wrong. You weren't wrong to trust Arteta, and everyone that tells you otherwise is wrong as well. Because Arteta's work is what got this team here today. So you weren't wrong. You weren't wrong to trust Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta took over a team, developed a Saka, and Odegaard, a Saliba, a Gabriel, a Ben White, even a Ramsdale, that you were able to sell Ramsdale. You get a David Raya, you got Declan Rice. Let me tell you something. Let me ask you something genuinely. Do you think if it wasn't for Arteta's job and where you were 2 seasons ago, Declan Rice would have chosen Arsenal for whatever London? And Arsenal, just think about that. You were in contention for a player above City, and you can say because of London, blah, 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 and you got the player. So I disagree with you that you were wrong. And everyone that keeps telling me that Arteta was, we were wrong to get Arteta, it's absolute bullshit. But let me tell you something. I hope that people that watch my chat, listen, we have 400 people here now, and I'm sure some of you, and I want answers. I want answers from the Arsenal and Liverpool and Chelsea fans that keep watching me since I started this channel. Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember when last season, at the end of the season, I asked one question? And I want people to, I want to see comments about this because I wanted someone to talk to about this. You guys remember when I asked Arsenal fans everything, what is your threshold? When I said last summer when he lost the league, maybe you should look for someone else. Do you remember this? And be honest. And they said, no, 1 more year. And I said, what makes it 1 more year, not 2? And what makes last year was not the 1 more year. And they said, no, wait, next year. No, Sean. Each and every one in the summer, when I used to ask, you remember, I invented this. What's your threshold? I invented this. What is it? You remember when I asked Martin, Igal, Dayo, what's the threshold? And they said next season. And I said, why isn't it? Last season was the threshold. Why it's next season? He got Declan Rice, he got Havertz. Why wasn't it last? They said, because Timber got injured in the beginning of the season. So what's the excuse now? Injuries again? So injuries can never be an excuse because they will always happen. And all of them told me at that time, no, next year. And I'm like, here we are. Are you going to say next year again? So what changed? Why wasn't it this year? Why wasn't it last year? He challenged the first year and didn't win the league. And I said, okay, that's your first time challenging. Maybe he didn't have the experience. And I remember last summer, 2 summers ago, I spoke with the Arsenal lot and I said, now he needs to develop a way to play without his best players. And they said, no. Yes, he's going to develop. And then they lost the league last season because they freaking couldn't beat West Ham and they lost to like Aston Villa or something. And in the beginning of the season, they dropped some points. And now here we are again today. Arsenal fans, here we are. It's the same situation. By the way, this is very similar to the same situation last season. Because you might go on a run at the end of the season, but because you dropped so many points early, you might not win the league. And we'll be stale. It's the same thing. And I promise you, it is the same thing. What is the score for this thing? It's 88 minutes. Brighton are not fucking coming back, bro. Habibi, Sean, I'm telling you, Sean, in the season when they bottled the league, it's the same when they bottled the league. I asked them, is this done? Should you try a different manager? Maybe this is Arteta's limitation. But then we came to a conclusion that Arteta, maybe he needs more signings. He needs to learn, blah, blah, blah. And then last season, when they didn't win the league, I said, I think that's enough. Go and get someone else. Try. I said, even try something else. Even try someone else. I wouldn't sack him now. I would not sack him today. That's wrong. So, in my opinion, You legitimately think that Chelsea are a bigger threat than Arsenal? Wait until they even win. Yeah, Habibi, I'm telling you, they're going to say one more year again. Yeah, Habibi, they're going to say one more year again. I promise you this. PK, big up Habibi. They're going to say that. No, I'm going to tell you. Every single Arsenal fan that I spoke to, TK, you're wrong. Every single Arsenal fan, I don't know what you're talking about, TK, but every single Arsenal fan that I spoke to last summer, they said the threshold is next year. And I asked, what will make it not the year after? What's one more year then? He's going to sign players. Did he sign a striker at the end? Did he sign a forward, or we're still here now? Looking at freaking Kai Havertz. Looking at Kai Havertz, my man. Looking at Kai Havertz today being the striker for Arsenal again. Thank you, Habibi. Take care. 4 likes away from 200. Hit that like button, people. Come on, get me to 200 likes at least. Give me that like. I'm waking up to do this stream with you guys. Kai Havertz, is he good enough? It was too much. You remember in the beginning of the season when I said that to Arsenal fans, I said, this season there are no risks to be taken. You can't go into the season taking risks. What if Kai Havertz hits the form that he did? What if Kai Havertz did this? Wallahi, this is what happened. Always, always. The fact that Arteta will choose the next sporting director tells you that he's the one who didn't want a striker. He might not. Do you know what the problem is? We said in the beginning of the season that Arsenal should not go into the season with any risks. Like there shouldn't be what if Havertz hits the form. What if Martinelli goes back to his form from 2 years ago? There shouldn't be an if. There shouldn't be going into the season and saying an if. Isn't this game over by now? 90 minutes is definitely, this is definitely not going to be. By the way, do you think Arsenal can win against Brighton away from home? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. 200 likes. Fantastic. Fantastic. But you're talking about Arsenal. You're talking about what they do. You're talking about how they think. And let me tell you. Let me give you examples of how the people like Curtis. Yeah, look, Gunnar Lee. Let me show you the Gunnar Lee video because this is crazy. Actually. They want him sacked tomorrow, bro. Watch. Wallahi, I asked this question. Wallahi, I asked this question. Watch, 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 and see. Mo said the same thing last summer. Why is the threshold? Watch, watch to know.
Brought on Partey, fine. But you brought him on to put him right back, to move your best right back to left back. It makes no sense whatsoever. And it's just, where do we get to a point where we can accept that he's done some really good things, but he's just not good enough? Like, where is that cutoff point? Where, because we're right now, we're on a continuum of.
You see this, the word cutoff point is the same as threshold. Every time I said cutoff point, the threshold, and they told me, Bo, why do you always have to put a threshold on it? Why do you have a threshold on it? Right? And I'm like, because at the end, you are a big club, aren't you? Would you want us to treat you like a Fulham or a West Ham then? How do you want me to talk about Arsenal? How do you want me to talk about Arsenal? Do you want me to talk about Arsenal as a mediocre club or one of the biggest clubs in the world and one of the biggest clubs in England? And you have had a manager for a while now.
Just Arteta and Arsenal, the love fest is just growing constantly for whatever reason. But where does it stop now? Where do we feel like we've just had enough? He's done amazingly well to get us to this point, but maybe it's time for somebody to kind of push us to the next step. And you know what? I know people are going to say, oh, you're flip-flopping. I'll be very happy if he goes tomorrow, because I feel like now he's not good enough.
This is crazy, actually. You know that? This is absolutely nuts. Because if you think about this, wallahi, I don't like to say this shit, but who told you so in the summer that you're taking too many risks and you didn't sign? I told you, what is the threshold? What is the threshold? What is the cutoff point? Are you going to keep the manager for a while? Are you going to keep the manager forever? Khalas? Yani, are we going to treat this Arsenal project as a success? Great. But there has to be a point where you say, I'm a big club now. I haven't won trophies for a while. I've had this manager who brought the club back to the top. We are in contention to win the Champions League or the Premier League, whatever. We have very good players that Real Madrid want. We have very good players that are in contention for player of the season. We have very good defense, blah, blah, blah. And then, all right, now maybe the next guy then. Maybe the next guy. But Mo, you have an agenda against Arsenal, as all the Arsenal fans. Mo, why do you criticize us in the beginning of the season? Because you're not fucking playing well? Because you didn't look like you were going to win the league. And you don't look like it now. And until you fucking fix up, I'm going to keep fucking criticizing you. This is my fucking job. I have to be honest. It is my job, isn't it? It's my job to sit here and tell you what I believe. Tell you what I believe. That is my fucking job. You didn't play good football in the beginning of the season. You're not playing good football now. You don't look like you're winning the Premier League. You don't look like you're even getting second. Back to the close to the top. Close to the top, my man. We just won the league last season. And by the way, we have 2 games in hand that are very winnable. No, we have 1 game in hand. If we win that game, we'll be top of the league. But again, we are not doing well. We're not doing well. I said that my manager fucked up this season. Even though he won the league last season, he fucked up. And he's fucking up more games, more and more games. More and more games. Mo, what will be the bigger upset? Atalanta, Chelsea, or Atleti win the league? Atalanta. No. Chelsea. Chelsea winning the league in the Premier League is way more upsetting. Is way more, not upsetting. Chelsea winning the league is the biggest upset of all of them. Because Atleti spent a lot of fucking money. Atalanta have a good team. The teams in Serie A are not doing great. Inter should win the league. Napoli were 10th last season. Chelsea winning the league will be the biggest upset, in my opinion. Chelsea winning the league will be the... Yeah, Omar, Omar, can you stop this bullshit? I know why you're saying this. Because you are a Liverpool fan and you're talking about Chelsea, if they win the league, it's not an upset, so it won't look like... If Chelsea win the Premier League, you can say that Chelsea also spend a lot of money. Yes, but Gasperini has been with this team for 10 years, and they already won Europa League last season, so they are on the rise. Atalanta, you guys don't understand. Inter don't spend money. We didn't spend money. Atalanta have the same manager for 10 years. They bought players as well. And the manager has won Europa League, so he already has enough. Maresca has nothing, no resume. Zero, Zelsh resume. Zelsh. But relatively speaking, Atalanta has a good team as the rest of the Premier, as the Serie A. That is my opinion, to be honest. But, however, let me give you something. And I'm not giving a leeway to my club. It's both a surprise. If Inter don't win the league, it's a massive failure. A massive, massive failure. I'm telling you, bro. It's a massive, like for me, I'll be so upset if we don't win the league. I'll be so upset. And depending on how we do in the Champions League, I might have to start questioning my manager and his decisions. But let me just tell you guys something. I think City will win 3-1. I think City will win 3-1. I think City will win 3-1. Yeah, listen, the derby is about to start, but I wanted to say something. The Chelsea, though, if we look at the stupid table now, Chelsea are 31 points. Do we really think that this Chelsea team, this current squad, are winning? And also, before we do that, can you give me a yes or no? If Man City win today, however they win, if Manchester City win today, do you guys think that Man City are back with a chance of winning the title again? And people are going to start being scared of City? I don't think so, by the way. I don't think so. What do you mean, game on? Brentford United? What game? Has the game started? I thought the game is 10:30, bro. It's 10:30. What do you mean? Come on, Brentford and United. I'm like, okay. I actually think that if we look at the City, I don't think that City are not playing good football for me. Sorry, I didn't. I thought you wanted. Sam, do you want Man United or City to win? Okay, Liverpool fans, do you want Man United or Manchester City to win? Which club do you want to win? Which United? So he wants United to win. You guys want fucking Man. So you want, however, you wanted Arsenal to beat you glazing fucker. You wanted Man United to lose against Arsenal because Arsenal, even though Arsenal are in a title race, but you want Man United to win because City are in a title race, but you wanted Arsenal to win, even though Arsenal are in a title race, and you never wanted Man United to win. Okay, let me get that straight from Hussam then. Let me get that straight from Hussam. Sam, against Arsenal, Man United, he said, F Man United, I want Arsenal to win. And Arsenal are closer in the table to Liverpool. But City and Man United, he said he wanted United to win because City, he's afraid of City. Bro, it's either you have a massive PTSD from Manchester City. It's either you have a massive PTSD from Man City and you're really scared of Man City, bro. It's crazy. PTSD for real. Like he's afraid of City winning, so they come back into the title race, bro. I'm telling you from now, if City win the Premier League, F United, he literally said, I want United to lose. Don't defend him now. Don't defend him now. He said, I wanted United to lose. Don't defend him now. And that's it. And that's it. John got it right. Him inside, deep inside his brain, he doesn't think that Arsenal can win the league. After seeing him, he thinks that Arsenal have a bigger chance of bottling the league than if City are closer. Yes, Omar, yes. I hear you, Sean. He doesn't, like inside of him, he's like, Arsenal, even if they win against United, they will bottle it somewhere else. They will bottle it somewhere else. Maybe that is the thinking. Maybe that is the thinking. Who do I want to win? I want United to win. I want an upset. I'm always here for an underdog and upset story. I think Man United win will make great content. Man United win at the Etihad is going to make a fantastic content. And I'm all about the chaos, bro. Ahmed is going to come in the ahwa and it will be hilarious. It will be hilarious. 100%. I actually think it will be fantastic for content if Man United win, to be honest with you. That is my opinion on it. It's great content, bro. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Imagine if Man United win. I want you to sit and think about it. But listen, I'm not looking at United as much as I'm today. The game is Chelsea, bro. I promise you, it is Chelsea today. Guys, can we get the likes up a little bit? If you're new, subscribe, by the way. We need more subscribers. How many subscribers are we on? We need more subscribers. Hit that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're freaking new. Foden stinker too. We'll see if Foden, what he does. When is Hussam live, though? When is Hussam live? How do I keep the stream going? Do you have any comments, guys, for me? Foden stinker is going to be great. But listen, I'm looking at Chelsea, to be honest. And I wanted to speak a little bit about Chelsea, to be honest. Listen, Chelsea today, the win against Brentford, he will take them to a 10-game not losing streak. So 10-game, Chelsea are at the current moment haven't lost in 10 games. You guys know that? You guys know this? They haven't lost in 10 games. 10 freaking games. 10 games, bro. Like, can you imagine this? They have not lost in 10 games. I think that is absolutely crazy. 10 games. When is the last time Chelsea lost a game? It was Newcastle, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 games. So the last game they lost 9 games. 9 games. And that is crazy, actually. If Chelsea win today against Brentford, bro, I think this is gonna be, because the next game they play Everton away, and then they play Fulham at home, and then they play Ipswich away. And these 4 games are wins for them. If they win today, but I'm not a Chelsea supporter. JJ, I'm not a Chelsea supporter, so I'm not happy or not happy. How many unbeaten in the Prem? We can check that. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, how many unbeaten in the Prem? Wow. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 games unbeaten in the Prem. 7 games, 7 games. 7 games unbeaten. It's crazy, actually. 7 games in the Prem is unbeaten. It's crazy. It's a lot. By the way, that's not bad at all for a team that has Enzo Maresca. Oh, Chelsea play good football, though, so it's not a problem. It's me saying that as much as I enjoyed Arsenal play football last season, I enjoyed Arsenal in the second half season. I enjoy Liverpool now. Is no shame in saying I enjoy Chelsea. I enjoy Brighton play goal. I enjoy a lot of things. Yeah, it's great. Like, why do people think if I enjoy some team play football that I have to support them? You enjoy football because they are good. Liverpool, the best football in exactly, Sean. Like Liverpool and Chelsea play the best football, so why should I hate them? There's no reason for me to hate them. Anyway, hit that like button. I'm gonna go eat something before the game. Do you enjoy Atalanta? How they play? They play good football, Atalanta, to be honest. They play good football. Atalanta play good football. Anyway, you got dashed. I'm gonna go now. Let me redirect this. Osam is gonna start a watch along. He's gonna do the watch along. I don't know why. Which one? Oh yeah, the early one. The watch along. And just go. It's gonna be fantastic doing the Manchester Derby, people. Thank you guys for everyone supported the channel, sent a super chat. Hit that like button. We are actually closing in on 300 likes, so thank you guys. I'll see you guys soon. We're out of here, people.